Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. So, you guys, Christmas is less than a week away, right? So, I decided I would pick a different room. I'm in the dining room today with my bright colored decorations, which are actually some of my favorites. So, I kind of want to talk about the holidays and I want to talk about what it does and what it brings to our lives and how we are going to handle that. So, I want to talk about soaking it all in and how to avoid the stress when doing it. So, I'm sure all of you are still running around. I ran to the mall yesterday. The parking lot was packed, which I'm thrilled to see, by the way, because I do not want the malls to close. But everybody's doing that last minute craziness, right? So, I'm sure you're seeing it. I know when I used to work at Walmart on Christmas Eve, I've told you guys before, people are running around as we're saying the store is closing in 15 minutes, buying tape and wrapping paper. I never used to understand that, but that was back before I had children and my life was not as full, the craziness and the chaos. And I know you can try to start earlier and earlier every year. You guys, November 1st, my children started to put up my big tree. And you know what? We're still not done with everything we need to do before the holidays. But guess what? It's okay. It's going to get done because the thing is, or it's not going to get done. And if it doesn't, who cares? And I think that's what we need to just realize. Take a deep breath. Things will get finished. Do the things you got to do first, okay? If people get their Christmas cards closer to New Year's, then they get them closer to New Year's. If you never ordered them, then don't worry about it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Don't stress over those things. How are you going to soak up all the fun and not worry about that stress? Well, like I said, take a deep breath. Realize we are never going to get those moments back. You never know what is going to happen tomorrow or even in the next hour. So we need to enjoy everything. Look at everything with the glass half full attitude. Look at everything in a positive manner. Is it hard sometimes to do that? Absolutely. Is it hard to cram everybody's Christmas and all the family activities, and especially if your families are not close and you're trying to schedule, okay, I can only eat so much at this house because I'm going to go to this house. Seriously, don't worry about it, okay? Don't get the second plate at the first house. Then you can still eat some at the second because I know you want to do that and you want to make the people happy that you're going to their house. Totally understand it. But again, don't stress over it. This is supposed to be fun. A lot of people will do their holiday celebration not on the day. Some people do it Christmas Eve, some do it Christmas, some do it a week early, some do it a week or two late. And that's okay because you know what? It's not the day that matters, it's being together. So if all the logistics of trying to get everywhere is stressing you out, why don't you work on trying to figure out how to make that easier for yourself and everyone else, right? Either have everybody over to your house if that's possible, if the houses are too far apart and you're having to fly or drive or whatever the case is, okay, but let's have a conversation about that. Maybe we probably should have started that a little bit earlier than less than a week. But let's think about that going forward. How more enjoyable because you're never going to get these moments back. You need to soak in absolutely every minute of it. It's been a crazy week for us. We've got all the kinds of things. Liam's got finals. Today is the last one, thank goodness. And, there's holiday things at school and all this. Like, for example, tonight, Liam has his big winterlude. This is a big deal at Burroughs. It is always the last night to kick off for winter break. It is this huge thing with the high school choir. Well, they include eighth grade as well. And the orchestra, it is beautiful. The choir comes out in these robes. They carry candles walking in. The orchestra plays beautiful Christmas music. They sing. It is fabulous. And I went to it for the first time last year. And before the performance started, what they ask you, normally they say, shut off your cell phones or silence them or, anytime before you start performance. Well, this one, they actually ask you to put them away and to please not record the performance. They want you to be in the moment and enjoy it. They don't want you to watch it through your screen as you're trying to video and capture everything, because that brightness of your screen is going to ruin the whole candlelight mode, the relaxing, the Christmas spirit of it all. And I really like that idea. And I think that hit me when I heard that last year. And I think that's true. So many times we're trying to get the perfect shot or we got to get this recorded. I totally get it, you guys. I do a lot of recording, but sometimes we're missing those moments because we're watching it through our phone and we're not present. And you need to be exactly where your feet are. Don't worry about getting all those perfect shots. Enjoy the moment. Sit back, relax, and sometimes just be silent. Just be there. Listen to what is going on around you. Watch what is going on around you. I think we don't take that time enough to slow down and do that. And as we get older, I mean, right now, the chaos of the kids, but as we actually, age and the kids are going to be out of the house, things are different, right? We have all this time. And we look back on those things and we miss those times. So we think, oh my gosh, I would do anything just to be back in that moment. Somebody told me the other day, and I've heard this before, but the days are long and the years are short. And this, I feel, is never more true than right now where I'm at, trying to get everything in with the kids, everywhere they need to be. But at the same time, I realize Liam now is almost, after today, 1/8 through the way of high school. 1/8 through the way. My goodness, you guys, 3.5 more years and he's going to be in college. Where has the time gone? It does seem hectic, but you've got to sit back, enjoy the joy on their faces. Last night, Alex and I were lucky enough to go to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Unfortunately, Liam did not get to go because of finals, but he went several years ago when Alex was too small. So Alex, you guys, he plays the violin. So this was a big deal for him. And it was technically his first concert. He was so excited. He couldn't wait. And I also found it fascinating that Tuesday night we were there at Enterprise for a blues game. And now you can't see the ice and there's a stage there. And we actually were sitting technically in the penalty box is where our seats were. So that was kind of fascinating for him as well. And when the lights went down and the smoke came out and the strobe lights and the fire and everything else that they did for the show, he reaches over, puts his hand on my leg and squeezes it. He goes, Mom, I love it already. And the look on his face, I mean, they hadn't even started playing really much yet. He was so excited. And just to watch him, and he kept saying, they're going to play the Mad Russian. I know it's going to be next. I know it's going to be next. And that's his favorite. I'm like, hold on. That's one of their big ones. That's going to be probably toward the end. But to watch his face when the violinist was walking around in the crowd and came right down by us, he just was fixated on her because, of course, like I said, he plays the violin. He loves that. And just to see that joy. Now, do I have a lot of things sitting here that I need to do? Absolutely. You guys, I told you I wasn't even done rapping yet. But you know what? I don't care. When I was there, I was watching that joy. I was listening to the music. I love Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I was in the moment with Alex, just loving every second of it. So why don't we take the time to do that? So what are you going to do to make sure that you can manage that stress? Well, one thing, like I said, worry about trying to figure how to figure this logistics of it. Don't try to cram so much in. I'm guilty of it too. Okay. It's like, okay, I got to be here at this time. I got so long I can be here. Then I got to go here. No. Well, the problem is if you are like that, the minute you walk in the door at your first location, you're already looking at your watch. You're like, okay, I can be here for 2 hours or 30 minutes or whatever the case is. And that's all you're doing. You are not enjoying 1 minute of it. All you're doing is worrying about, oh my gosh, I got to wrap up the conversation. I got to hurry up and we got to open the gifts because I got to get out of here and I got to get to the next spot. Stop doing that. You are actually sucking the joy out of it for everyone, not only yourself, but everybody else around you. Do not be like that. Be in the moment. So we just have to be more aware of ourselves and how we are going to do it. But it is all about time management. It truly, truly is. But like I said, don't look at your watch. Just enjoy the moments when you are with everybody. So is that a problem that you have? Are you trying to figure out how am I going to fit all these things in? How am I going to eat all this food, get all these gifts? How are you going to do that? Okay, I want you just to slow down and realize it's all going to happen. And if it doesn't, it's okay. If you're a few minutes late to the next one, not a big deal. Unless it's something that is actually timed and you're heading off on a boat or an airplane. You guys, most things being a few minutes late is really not going to matter. Because when you're driving from one place to another, you don't want to be distracted or stressed out because that can cause issues as well as you are driving. Hopefully, I think the weather is going to be good, but still, what are we going to do with that? So how are you going to work on managing these little things? Like I said, chunk them off. I know what I need to do today. I know what gifts that I need to make sure that are finished today that I have to deliver before today is over. And I know what I have to do before tomorrow. So those are going to be priority number one. Just do that. Make yourself a list. Get those things knocked off. But like I said, don't make it so crazy and stressful. That is so important. Stop. take a deep breath and realize things are okay. So I know a lot of you have been reaching out to me with the last few weeks of what I've been talking about, whether it's being tired, just, just the things that people can relate to, especially in is what are the stresses that you are having? What do you really just maybe you know how to fix it, but you just need to talk about it. Please send me those messages because that's exactly what I've been hearing, especially the last few weeks, because these topics have hit so close to home for so many people as we enter this crazy busy season. So please let me know how I can help you. You are not alone. I guarantee I am probably feeling the exact same things. And if not, I probably have felt them before because that is we're all in this together. And another thing, speaking of we're all in this together, as the holidays come, and it's such an exciting, joyous time for most people, a lot of people, it is completely the opposite. They are very sad when it comes to the holidays for those they have lost, or they are alone, or like I talked about, even the seasonal depression comes about because it does get so dark so early and the cold. All those things can really affect people. So what I'm asking you to do, if that is somebody that you know like this, please reach out to them. Make sure they know they are not alone. If this is you, you can always reach out to me. We can always chat about this. You guys, don't let this season overwhelm you in so many different ways, but make sure you are there for the ones that need it the most. That is so, so important. We cannot forget those people, even in this crazy busy time, because they need us more than anyone. So, what are you going to do to make this a healthy, happy holiday season? And yes, healthy, you say, oh, Amy, come on. It's the I know that, but I'm not even just talking about what you're eating. I'm talking about your mental health and your stress. So let's work on that. That is absolutely key that we focus on those things as we head into this crazy, crazy week. So next time I'm going to jump on, it's going to be after Christmas. So I hope to hear from all of you and how you spent your time, how you are trying to make it as stress-free as possible, and how you are being where your feet are. Please remember that. Be where your feet are. Enjoy the moments. You will never get those back. And I guarantee you will not regret slowing down and enjoying the moment. My